Hey everyone, welcome back to another Fellowship Friday. I don't know if I can call it that. Pretty much all my Fellowship videos comes out on Fridays. So maybe it is called Fellowship Friday, who knows? But we're back on the Fellowship server with another video. And I just want to show you guys, I finished the ceiling of the library. Oh shoot, there you go. I'm really happy with it. The gray tone, I know, it complements. It looks a little bit like it's keeping the room low. I'd consider if I should like raise some of it. We might do that. It's just very practical because I can actually reach the grindstone from here. So maybe it works like this. And with me liking this, then let us see how today's episode is gonna go, because we're gonna be working on redstone, which could see to not be likable. I was almost so excited. I forgot to press record almost. Clearly we are recording now, but we have updated to the new 1.21.10. These updates is good. I like them, but it's hard to keep track of the numbers. And the new one here, we have shelves, we have copper golems, and as you probably can see on the title, we're doing something with copper. Oh my days today, and I'm pretty excited. Oh 360. He's doing a little thing with his head. But as you could see, I have an idea today with these guys. I'm gonna use them for something, and that's also why I have a whole oxidized a stack, and also gonna make some chests. There's these new blocks and everything. We'll get more into it, but yeah, I'm just gonna spawn a bunch of these in and wait for them to oxidize so I can pick them up as statues, because yeah, that's really what we're gonna need them for, to make sure these doors we're gonna make works. So I'm excited. Oh, that was, holy cow, that was quick. Wait, did he just parkour? He's smarter than I thought. He just used his body to parkour out. You can't even keep them captive. That's cool. Oh well, yeah, I'm gonna another fun fact before I jump on. I also learned that now that if you pick them up in different states, they're like two different items, so they're gonna take up a lot of space in your inventory if you don't make sure they have the same pose. So yeah, we're gonna learn a lot of new stuff today, guys, so stay tuned for a good episode where we're gonna play redstone and copper golems and maybe get a little bit frustrated, just a little bit. It's gonna work great. It's gonna be great. So now we're in my test world where we've been planning some bits and bobs for the base throughout all the time, and you can see I have my base over there. What we're currently planning is actually for the side entrance. I'm currently working on a project to connect up my base levels more and utilizing the spaces better, so there'll be more of that coming as well. But this idea is really for the side entrance, how to connect the underground layer with that layer. And I was then working on yeah, what you call a contraption, yeah, that's the word, where you could do a pit. Yeah, this will be with a skull catalyst. Wow, yeah, redstone with Chris is always fun, you know. But yeah, a skull catalyst that then would trigger and also push the blocks down, and then boom, you would have a door to the tunnel. And I was playing around with passive mobs that could take damage but then heal, like a lace, for example, if you hit that, or a witch or something, and it would activate it. And then, you know, we were getting closer to the update, and I was playing around and learned something new about copper golems. So copper golems can take damage if they're not oxidized, but since this guy here, he is actually a statue, I didn't know that until I started playing around with it. He actually gives out specific signal strength depending on what state he's standing on. So here he's 1, now he's 2 power, 3 power, and 4 power, so it goes up all the way to 4 power. So what I basically played around with, and I'm showing you guys this because we're actually gonna have to redo this. Basically what happens is if I strengthened it up, you can see that this got strengthened up, and then you could just go bang, and then you could go down, and then over time, because I have a repeater extender here to make sure that the signal was prolonged enough so I could still put them back into state and then go underneath. But I also made it sure so it had to be 4 level before it would activate the door, which works great, works very good. But then I play a little bit more around with it, and also got some inspiration from someone else with, you know, with a button. You have this pulse extender, so you just click once and then boom, it opens and it closes on its own. You don't have to do anything after you did that. So basically, instead of having an output signal with like this, we can actually use an observer. So I'm gonna redo this design, like keep the outline of, you know, the placements and some of the redstone wiring, but instead of having it prolonged by repeaters, we're gonna use comparator extender, and I think that's gonna work good, because then we can just go pow, and then it opens, and then we go down, and before it, then it just closed behind us. Gonna make the copper golem stand differently, but you know, that's gonna be a part of the charm of the bit. Yeah, and then that doesn't happen as well, where you know. So I'm gonna play around with this design and change it to a redstone observer, and then you guys are gonna see how it is. I hope this is fun. Redstone episodes I haven't done a lot of, so it's a little bit new for me. And just leave some comments in the video if you have any feedback or any thoughts of what makes a redstone video fun. I watch a lot of them, but what do you guys enjoy? Please let me know. It's always good with some help with these things, especially when I'm trying new things and trying to improve my videos, so it's much appreciated. So after some short tinkering around and also some mistakes, repeater placements can also do a big difference even though you're doing this. But since doing that and then adding in, it's working good now. It's whoop, and then it opens and you go through, and there you go. And it closes behind you. Then you just do it again and it opens up, and then it like keeps it just enough for you to go, and then it closes. Interesting. They don't close at the same time. Also, I need to just double check that. Okay, now they do. Okay, good. Just see again. Cool. Then we go down here. You kind of want it. So like I also did them one longer, so at the normal state it doesn't update, but wait, what? So from the okay, there's some timing thing to be done here then, clearly. This is just tinkering around. It's just the timing wise I would like it to okay, open at the same time and close at the same time. Cool. Let me just see, is it too long to open? 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh well, I'm getting smarter here, and I hope you get a little bit smarter too by watching this. Some of you might be redstone experts and be like, Chris, that's self-explanatory. But for me, it wasn't. So tweaks I did. The first repeater you have where the pulse is coming from, it has to be at least 1 tick extra or 2 delay, because if it's just 1 delay, it doesn't stay strong enough to extend the pulse, so it just doesn't get any further. So it needs to be that. The same with the input into the clock, for it to be synchronized in the same time left and right when it closes. The repeater has to be the same position away from it, so you know, this or the same strength, I mean. So like when this one delivers, it delivers a 15 strength. When this one delivers, it delivers a 15 strength. Let's say I move this one over, it would be 14, so therefore the right side will close quicker than the left. Getting very smart. Therefore the same is over here, it needs to be the exact same input, so it needs to deliver 15 no matter what side I flicker, and therefore it needs to be the same output. This makes sure that this stays or opens enough. I tried to play around with that, but timing maybe a little bit quicker. I can still play a little bit around with it, to be fair, because I walk into it a little bit, so potentially can do some tweaking and just making sure it's fully perfect with the flow. But then again, if you walk normal a little bit there, you had to stop up and then you go again, is well timed with the bottom one, but the top one not so much. So I might play a little bit around to take off delays and length of the, because sometimes one extra piece of redstone can do this whole thing as well. So if I even just, you know, if I even just did this, let's just see how that affects it. Oh wait, let me just keep that. Remove these. Let's just see how that. Yeah. Oh, and there we had an issue again. Oh, yeah. Okay. It's because it has to be the same length away from the input before. Bummer. Oh well, there's something to tweak. I'm getting close. I'm not getting close. I'm getting closer, but I'm also getting very much smarter with this. It's a fun little project, and yeah, I know it's a little bit of long, slow. If you might know all of this, but at least you can see me struggle a little bit. I don't know if that's entertainment value for you, hopefully, but I'm gonna tinker around with it. Tinker, that's the word I've been searching for. And when I tinkered around with it, we can move over to the server and try to implement it into our base. And implementing was actually really fun. I used the wool to kind of lay out my redstone because I wasn't sure how I could fit it. And when I started, I also saw that the copper golems would be on top of the pistons. Couldn't make it work, so that's why I had to tear down this whole wall and then build it up with a new layout between the two pirate statues. And to be fair, I actually don't really mind it because now the tunnel there is here, the depth and the detail I could add in was actually really nice. And in a way, it didn't work out as I planned before and what I would have imagined, but I think I turned it into something pretty good. And now with the whole setup actually working really, really well. So I'm currently cleaning a little bit up in between building the copper golem doors, and I was moving my own cats out and these black cats in to do the switch so I can save them for next year's Halloween. And then I come in here and I see red and black terracotta. I still have sugar boxes from when I built this base, like what, a couple of years back. That's crazy. Like what? How can I forget? I thought I cleaned it. Yeah, I'm baffled, as you can hear, but yeah, apparently this guy, he forgot about sugar boxes. So please let me know I'm not the only one that ever done. I feel like I am the only one that ever done that. I forgot them in my walls. Who does that? Really? Who does that? So besides the cleaning of the Halloween, I was so excited to build the second part of the other, or I guess the second part or the other side of the base, the other tunnel, that yeah, I didn't manage to do any in between recording. I just got to work because I was so much carried away with this project. I really enjoyed it, and this is just awesome. And then it closes up, and then I can just come and walk out here again, and that is just, yeah, I'm really happy with it. Let's just take a look at it, like even from afar. Like I think I hit a pretty solid like design here. I'm pretty happy. I still need to figure something out up there, like with the walls adding in. As you maybe can see, I started a little bit over there. That's a sneak peek for next episode, but it's just awesome. It looks really good. It works very well. The timing I actually managed to do was just perfect. I did a little bit extra addition with some copper bulbs and stuff like that to make sure the light was okay in the tunnel, so we don't have any intruders, that's what you call it. But yeah, redstone, fairly simple. If any of you need a tutorial or something on it, please let me know. I can maybe do that. Maybe you also like, Chris, don't do more redstone. That's also fair. Then I'll listen to that. But as earlier, if you want to see more like this, please let me know what you maybe want to see more of or what I can do. Not the best redstoner, and I'm never going to be as good as B-Dub's redstone, but maybe I can get inspired by watching some more. But this tunnel's really good, and I think we achieved this episode's target at least. And with targets, that was actually the only target I had for this episode today. We got the ceiling in the enchantment or library room fixed, which was a nice side plus, but didn't cover too much on that. It was very much focused on the door, but I hope you enjoyed the target. I hope you enjoyed hopefully a little bit shorter episode as well. And then I'll hopefully be back. And then, as you can see, all my parrots behind is also sitting and staring at me. And we might be doing a little bit more of advancements in the upcoming episodes. But there's also more build projects to be done, as you saw a sneak peek of. So with that said, I'll just leave you with the outro of me using my new awesome copper golem door, because I need to show that off. So please enjoy the outro, and I'll see you all for the next episode on the Fellowship SMP. Oh, if you're still hanging out while watching these, please consider subscribing and also liking the video. That will help me so much. So thank you for watching and supporting me doing these videos.